Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Bonjour! Hello! Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. This is Ashamoji TV. My name is Asha, and this is where I like to watch, react, and share my 2 cents about 2 particular properties. One is Supernatural, the other is Fringe. In today's video, it's all about Fringe, episode 6 from the 3rd season. And this one is titled 6955 kHz, or kHz, right? So just based on the title alone, we're going to deal with sound and probably a lot of technical stuff that I won't understand. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to put my focus, as I normally do, on the entertainment value of this episode. So here is my reaction for you. Stockton Harbor. This reminds me, I gotta get to watching that Lighthouse movie. Heard it's really good.
It's close to shore, so watch yourself and take it slow. Maintain a bearing of 358. I've hung the legs enough for you.
It's amazing how someone would take this on as a career path. Somebody's got to do it. Ah. So it's a frequency?
Uh-huh.
Shan, you seriously not coming?
Dude, when I crack this thing, they are gonna write books about me.
Considering we're at the beginning of the episode, something crazy is gonna happen.
You want a tea?
It's an online chat group.
Aaron, you gonna make mommy a tea?
Kid's like, no.
It's starting.
Okay, I'll leave you alone.
Is that German? Oh, here we go. Oh! Mass Effect! Oh, shit. Oh, he's alive! Okay, I thought they died.
Shan, 你没事吧?
Something's wrong with them, though.
Becky.
Oh,
Stay
shit.
away from me.
Oh,
I said stay back! Who are you?
it's me, Laird.
Who am I?
Ooh, okay. So Mass Effect of wiping out their memory. All right. So based on the kilohertz thing, they heard the sound, their memory's gone. That's the case. Seems straightforward, but, you know, whenever I think it is, it isn't.
So what's the latest catastrophe I want to know nothing about?
Well, earthquakes, oil spills, financial disaster. It's not really the best way to start the day.
Here I thought there was nothing good until the entertainment section.
What's in the entertainment section?
I don't know, but you should find out.
Ha, U2 tickets. I want her to say Bono wrong. Let's go see Bono. That might, oh my gosh, they make that the giveaway for Peter to know that's not her. I'm in heaven. That would be just amazing.
I came in this morning and found your little project.
And what project would that be?
You know very well what project you are continuing to work on, this infernal device, the one depicted in the blueprints.
That's correct. I'm running diagnostics.
I thought I made my position clear. I do not want my equipment for purpose. You have no idea what it does. You might as well be building a nuclear bomb in my lab.
I don't think that's entirely fair to you.
Fine. If you end up breaking the universe, this time it's on your head.
You'll have a reason to shift the blame.
Apparently, Walter doesn't want me playing with his toys.
Donna. Yes, sir. We'll meet you there. Boys.
Guess that means we're doing the crossword in the car. So 15 people all up and down the eastern seaboard all suffered from retrograde amnesia at the same time?
Retrograde amnesia.
Maybe their brains were erased by the magnetic winds from the solar storm.
Hadn't happened 4 hours after sundown, you might be onto something.
Becky Wilmer, her husband said he left her alone for roughly 3 minutes. In that time, she forgot all details about her life, including her name. The DOD is concerned this could be a test run for a potential terror attack.
Wow. Complete wipeout.
Did your wife ever tell you what it was she was listening to?
Becky was a moderator in a chat room. They listen to number stations.
Number stations?
I don't know much about them. They're kind of a mystery.
A mystery to uncover.
Becky recorded last night's broadcast. Whatever she heard should be on that tape.
Well, listening to what they recorded last night could cause us to forget why we wanted to listen in the first place. Einstein.
Did he see what he thinks is on it?
He said that she spends her nights listening to numbers on random ham radio stations. She's trying to crack some code.
Number stations?
You heard him?
They've had a case in the past.
As far as anyone knows, they're artificially generated voices reading streams of random numbers in a wide variety of languages. The Department of Defense hired us to investigate them. Other than the fact that they were first discovered more than 70 years ago, we came up with nothing. We could never triangulate their point of origin. Some people think they may be covert communications between spies or drug traffickers. The problem is, no one has been able to find proof to support any theory at all, so at the moment they remain unexplained.
But the number broadcasts have never caused amnesia before.
Not to the best of our knowledge.
So perhaps Peter would like to play last night's tape aloud to everyone, given his recent fondness for dangerous activity. As soon as she's up to it, I would like to examine the woman who lost her mind. And I think I know a way to analyze the tape without losing our memories.
Yay! Walter.
You might want to escort him, Peter. Yesterday he spent 15 minutes in front of a utility closet, thinking it was the elevator.
Aww. That's a long time to think it was the elevator.
Olivia, are Peter and Walter okay?
You know, we found a piece of the machine that Walter is building, and Peter's trying to figure it out.
He should. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Yeah, except Walter doesn't agree. He won't help. He keeps setting up roadblocks for Peter. You know, you two go back a long way. Maybe you could talk to him.
But you're not having any luck?
Oh, I haven't tried.
But that's not like you. You're usually more direct with Walter.
Mmm.
Well, it's complicated between them. And I don't want to make it worse.
Nina.
I'll speak with Walter.
I don't think it'd make it so quick for Nina to be that suspicious, but then again, considering what Nina's exposed to. Not good.
not floating exactly. Apparently it's got some sort of magnetics inside of it.
So you think that this was the source of last night's number broadcast?
This is definitely wired to output a transmission. Hold on. I want to see that panel. I need the print powder. It's impossible to do microelectronics with gloves on. Let's get this to Dr. Bishop.
Olivia seemed kind of uncomfortable there. I wonder if she has anything to do with this.
Key is analog demodulation. I knew my Jimi Hendrix wah-wah pedal would come in handy. Take a look. This is the sound of the transmission, modified so it's safe, of course. But if we demodulate...
So there are two signals.
Precisely. The top wave is the numbers. The bottom wave, which I have suppressed, is a pulse. And I believe that this is responsible for the amnesia. Someone found a way to attach this pulse to the numbers broadcast. But I suspect that the device that Agent Dunn found is the source of the pulse.
Okay, but who would do this, and why give these people amnesia?
Because they cracked the code. Well, they came damn close to figuring out what number stations are. And somebody wants to keep that a secret.
Like that. You sounded very Sherlock Holmes just then. Which makes you Watson, dear.
Is this the soundboard I was using to run diagnostics on the weapon?
I was using it to down-convert the signal.
Really?
I was focused on solving the case at hand, not concerned with preserving your wretched experiment. Now, if you don't mind, I have some thinking to do.
A pissed off Peter is a motivated Peter.
Walter, I asked you not to work on that device in my lab.
They're working on it on the other side. We need to understand exactly what it does.
Storm's test. You're plagued with fire. Stop being so bullheaded and put a stop to this.
Does he know something? Or is this another secret of Walter's? What's going on here?
When I touched that device on the other side, it came alive in my hands. Like it responded directly to me. How can you expect me to ignore that?
I just talked to Olivia. They pulled a picture of our suspect from his prints. She's taking it to the rumor house now to show it to the husband. Becky was released from the hospital. She's back home now.
Well, considering there's always a new revelation with Walter, it's like I will be surprised if he knows something, and at the same time, I'll be surprised if he doesn't know something. I'm not sure that was my imagination, but that guy have two colored eyes. Oh yeah, he did.
Prints from a radio tower just outside Boston. His last known address was Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That was in 1997. But since then, it's been off the map.
Earlier, I told you the names of three things.
Cat, horse, cotton candy.
Very good. It's beautiful.
I don't remember doing this. I suppose I was knitting it for the baby. I don't recognize him. I don't recognize that man who was out there.
The human brain is a miracle. The most resilient organ. The storage unit for everything you have ever known, or seen, or felt. It's all still in there, whether or not you're conscious of that.
It's fascinating with amnesia like that. You literally become a different person.
Ed Markin.
Bookstore owner. Purveyor of rare manuscripts, your favorite ladies' man?
Oh, right. How could I forget?
Let me give him a call. See if maybe he has some idea about this.
Uh-huh. Are they showing the cracks now? They know she has a great memory, so she's gonna keep that up.
Walter, are you alright?
I know what it's like. What this woman's going through, I left it. To not recognize your life. It's awful.
I'm sorry, Walter.
Don't be. Let's just focus on putting a stop to this before more people get hurt.
Must be quite a conflict for her, though, because Walter Nate has, like, conditioned him to believe they are the enemy. And so I think they've been showing she's seeing that they're not bad people. Go again.
Say again, you're breaking up.
I think this plane's gonna go down. Similar frequency.
It looks like the plane's radio was tuned into the same frequency as the second numbers broadcast.
Precisely what I was worried about. Second attack now, not only do we have 20 new amnesiacs, but 6 people died.
Okay. Survivors with no memory. Yeesh.
Just doesn't make sense. Everything that I know about the physics of electricity says that this device shouldn't work at all.
Walter, I know that you're angry right now, and I get it. I cannot make heads or tails of this code. It's immense. It's not even just one code. The numbers are a code. The time between the numbers is a code.
It's all code.
That was Agent Broyles. There was another radio tower break-in. It was unmanned, so nobody was hurt. But they found another cube, the one that must have downed the aircraft. They're sending it over right now.
Wonderful. Another cube I can't make any sense of.
Till the end of the episode. In the nick of time.
Number stations? It's a hobby. I banged my head on that wall for 5 years and gave up. Stamp collecting. Now there's a hobby with dividends.
Well, all the people who listened to the last 2 number broadcasts have had their memories wiped. We're trying to identify who's behind it.
Are you serious?
Whatever they knew and whatever they figured out about the numbers, somebody made sure that they forgot it. So whatever you know about what they mean would really help us.
Okay. I'll help you, but you have to promise me I'll be safe.
Sure, done. Just tell us what you know about the stations.
First of all...
Wow, this is serious chaos.
Oh, the first people.
By Seamus Wiles, 1897. There's only one edition. You're holding one of the last copies.
And this will tell us what the numbers mean.
No, but it'll tell you where they came from. Or one theory, at least.
By first people, what are we talking about? Adam and Eve?
No, before dinosaurs. Before all of it, there were the first people. The first humans to evolve on this planet.
If you don't know anything, you can just say that.
I'm serious. Look, just read the book. It's all in there.
The First People book.
Nina, I've known you were coming out of Bake the Cake.
He means that.
Next time I'll call. Hello, Astrid. Walter, I need to speak with you.
I forgot how serious this campus has become. I remember my time here quite differently.
We had fun, didn't we? Don't know what happened to this generation.
Sitting on a park bench getting high. Puff, puff, pass. Yeah, that's the rule.
Look at all these students. When did they become so afraid? We had the courage to think against the grain of what we were told. We let our curiosity be our guide.
So why stop Peter from following his?
Oh, nice slipping. Nice slipping.
Peter's doing is different. He's bent on pursuing something despite the great risks it poses to his well-being. And I've experienced what this kind of hubris can do.
Well, and yet you didn't heed anyone's warnings. I begged you to stop, but you insisted on finding a way to cross over. Peter wouldn't be here now if you hadn't.
If he continues to investigate...
Yes, well, he will continue to investigate, whether you like it or not.
Then he will play right into Walton's hands.
What do you mean?
If only one world can survive, then it stands to reason that Walton will use Peter to ensure that it's his world that does. This could kill him.
I remember, Walter, but who says this is the only outcome? It's a drawing, not destiny. Even if you're right about Walton's plan, I mean, you don't know if he'll succeed. And given the stakes, well, Peter needs your guidance more than ever. Walter, one of the things I have most admired about you is your optimism. Don't become a fatalist now.
It's only a drawing, not destiny.
They were apparently very technologically advanced. They discovered the vacuum.
The vacuum cleaner?
No. Vacuum as in the source of all creation and destruction.
Interesting.
The book is
Wow.
useless. There's nothing here.
Until he finds something.
The numbers on the first broadcast.
Why?
Well, if you're to believe the book, the first people measured time in months and had wildly different numbers of days in them. But humor me. What were the numbers?
12?
No.
34? 17? 9? 15? And,
8.
42? 40? Yeah.
The numbers of the first broadcast correspond exactly with the numbers in this book. They match the numbers of this calendar exactly.
I never thought I'd say this, but I think Markham's right.
That was a close call.
Connected to the first people.
What the hell does that mean?
First people, they're alive! They're hiding somewhere, causing havoc. Oh, gosh.
They were a people of great technological prowess who made the ultimate discovery, a mechanism known to them as the vacuum, containing at once both the power to create and to destroy.
The vacuum? What a wonderful name, and it verifies some of my theories.
What theories, Walter? Create and destroy what?
Everything. Many religions speak of such a power. And science, the Big Bang, and its counterpart, the Big Crunch.
Let's say that these first people did create this mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow translate it into a code.
And now someone is wiping people's memories to keep the code a secret?
Not so surprising. It's the key to the universe. It's a secret worth protecting.
Bouncing around from group to group through a radio chat thing.
This transistor is newer than the rest of them. Somebody must have replaced it. It's Polish, and it's military grade. There's only a couple places that are licensed to sell parts like that, and they're all regulated, which means that you have to give a verified address to buy one. I'm gonna make some phone calls.
Okay, she definitely knows something. She always looks all anxious the minute they're figuring something out with it.
You tell Peter I'll be back. I'm gonna let bros know where we're at.
Guess it's part of her mission.
The first two are 12, 34. Then 17, 9, 15. What are you thinking, Watson?
That maybe what we're missing is a cipher matrix.
Hmm.
Our decoder ring. Okay, what are the next ones?
8,
Okay. Not sure what that meant, so we'll see. Decoder ring. Like a template to figure out the code?
We got a problem.
Okay, well that answers my question.
Well, the secretary's on the other side. He can't
He's
foresee
been on
the
this.
turn of events. Now, you replaced a transistor in one of the boxes? Polish. They found it. They're tracking the sale as we speak.
Who are these people?
Like you're sloppy. You've jeopardized the mission.
I'm supposed to upload another pulse tomorrow.
I think you've done enough. We've got their attention. There's no need to hurt any more innocent people.
If they were in our shoes, they would do exactly what we're doing.
Dunham.
We've got an address on the suspect. Joseph Feller, 989 Nelson Street, Medford. We're en route with backup.
Okay, I'm on my way. They're coming.
Where should I go? You have any information on my next mission?
Yeah, I do.
So his eye, is it like that because he crossed over? Was he born like that? Oh boy, here we go. That was her idea.
It's a shapeshifter.
I take it back.
Olivia, oh, thank God you're alright. What happened?
He came at me. I had no choice.
But you're alright.
Yeah, I'm alright, but he was coming out as I got here and...
But you were alright.
What? Huh. Alright, we'll see what that is.
You got a pair of gloves on you?
What is it?
Well, it makes sense now why Walter couldn't figure out the tech that emitted the amnesia pulse. It must have come from the other side.
Which suggests Walter that knows what the numbers mean. He must be the one protecting the code.
Right.
It's useful now whenever they find one.
Data storage unit. Guess we're not going to get anything out of that. It's toast.
Dunham.
I think I cracked the code.
She made sure to break it.
It's a coordinate system. These numbers indicate locations. Latitude and longitude. 35 degrees and 40 minutes south by 58 degrees and 40 minutes west. It's just outside Buenos Aires, Argentina. All of these numbers indicate specific locations on a globe.
We're not looking for a man-made structure. If this message is millions of years old, then we're likely talking about something buried beneath the earth.
How many locations?
I haven't finished plugging in all the numbers, but so far, 22.
And what's the closest one?
Oh my gosh. You know how they're just mentioning Walter and Atlantis? If they find some, like, underground civilization related to the first beings or whatever.
If you knew that only one of our worlds could survive, and if it was up to you and you alone to defend your side, you'd have no choice, right? You would have to do what you had to do, no matter the cost, to protect our world.
There are billions of innocent people over there. Just like here. People with jobs, families, lives. I gotta believe there's another way. And whatever my part in all of this is, I gotta believe there's another way. There's always hope, right?
Wonderful. Joshua and Anna right there. That was Emmy performance right there between them. rock. Okay. Something will be inside the rock.
Donna?
I just identified the last coordinates. Milton, Massachusetts. The house where the first piece of Walternet's machine was buried.
Interesting connection.
These locations are all part of the machine? That Walternet's device is the vacuum described in the first People book?
I think so.
I think they're one and the same. Astrid, finish the code. There are 37 more locations.
In that case, it seems we have work to do. We have to recover the pieces, assemble it, and figure out how it works.
Surprise, surprise, Peter. Daddy's on board. Full Olivia is like, mission accomplished. Gosh. Suspense of this is quite intense. What is gonna be phase 2? God. Olivia, get back home. Save everybody.
Donna?
Agent Dunham, this is Brendan.
So yeah,
Oh, Brendan, hey, I'm on my way. I should be about an hour.
actually that's why I'm calling. The secretary's decided to postpone today's procedure.
So when do you want me to come in?
It may not be necessary. We'll let you know.
Okay.
Was that right? Did he suspect she was lying?
You have to get out of here. You know why they canceled the last test, don't you?
He knows?
Whatever they needed from you, they have it now. It's not safe for you here anymore, Olivia. You have to go home.
Yes! Okay, the next episode, please. Just like, I wanted to end with this separation with Olivia. I just do, okay? I just do. And for those of you that hate the fact that I'm impatient about it, too bad, so sad. I'm not perfect. I just want to move along. Get Olivia back home. I want her to face off again. And I do, of course, want to see the drama and Peter's reaction to like, whoopsies, been sleeping with the wrong Olivia. All right, let's talk about the scene. Let me just think for a second because I am battling two of them. But I think that is the most, okay, the one that lends to where things are moving, maybe, is when they're going through the book from the first people, which is now introduced as extra resource about a civilization that were advanced millions of years ago. And it kind of reminds me a lot, too, with a lot of theories out there and a lot of academic study related to ancient Egyptians and other ancient civilizations as well, including Atlantis, that may have been ahead. And as Walter kind of said, and I'm likely not going to, I'm going to try to say it back in my own words, but more or less there's a lot of ups and downs that we're aware of and not aware of when it comes to civilization, knowledge, and all that jazz. Hence why archaeology is in our society. We're always in a discovery mode of all kinds of stuff that answers questions and also presents new questions. So yeah, the scene where they're talking about those people from the book has greater meaning, and maybe they might start to refer to aspects of it from now on, since it's now tied to this machine that for some reason I just find it So interesting that the pieces are on their prime universe, yet it's the Redverse that wants it. It's just interesting that it's on that universe and not theirs. Anyways, like I said, there's so much stuff that I've skipped over, can't remember, yet to figure out. So I have to be patient with myself with that, and you need to be patient with me as well, because I'm well aware from certain comments that there are so many blatant things right in front of me that I'm just not picking up on, and it's like, you gotta wait. If I do, I do, and if I don't, I don't. All right, Ashamoji-wise. I'll be honest, I am torn between a 4 and a 5. And I'm trying to distinguish right now, why would I not give it a 5? I don't have a legitimate reason. Great suspense, fantastic performance, especially that scene between Peter and Olivia. Joshua Jackson's performance in that moment was amazing because it's like you can see what he was thinking without words. And when you can get to that point where you can literally have a dialogue without words, really, in a sense, you're at a mastery there. And him and Anna Torv, they just nailed the beats of that moment where they're at the site where they discover the pieces there. That's the scene I'm talking about. Fantastic. So I was going to say maybe it was a little bit of the pacing, but the pacing, with all things considered, it was quiet when it needed to be and it was moving when it needed to be. All right, so yes, I have no objection to giving it a 5. 5 Ashimojis. And it's nice to see more obvious the contrasts now with both sides. So first thing, which I didn't say during my reaction, but I was thinking it, was when they were showing Walter talking to Broyles, I couldn't help but think back on the previous episode, how they show how close Broyles and Walter, like as colleagues, they are. And then you have these two on this side, on the prime side, that aren't as close. And Broyles kind of, it's almost like he's uncomfortable most of the time around Walter. So Walter's a little too quirky for him, perhaps, you know? So that difference is very fascinating. And also the hierarchy of status, right? Broyles reports to Walter Nate, and this one is the other way around. And then we have Astrid on the other end. She computes automatically with her technology and advancements of all kinds of stuff. And then we have this Astrid who's more on a manual basis of stuff with less resources, but still the same talent for finding patterns, right? And of course, we've got Folivia. She's like right there at that cusp of possibly revealing herself, because Anna's doing such a good job in showing not only the fact that she's barely keeping up with the memory part, that they know Olivia has a photographic memory and all that, which was thankfully well established with this show so far up until this point. But then there's also how she talks. Like her cadence, her rhythm of speech is quite different. And Anna's doing such a good job in showing so many distinctions that Peter and Walter, specifically Walter, I'll be honest at this point, I am a bit surprised that Walter doesn't notice that. I mean, even season 1, I'm thinking about those moments where I think I even expressed it, like he would notice things about Olivia before she even said anything. And I even got feedback. That's because of his own keen awareness of human behavior and his own knowledge and experience. So with all these differences with Olivia, I'm just going to chalk it up to they're making it where maybe he just has so many other things on his mind, and because his mind is also kind of a tad bit unstable, maybe it comes and goes where he's not willing to kind of see what's really in front of him is not legitimate. I don't know, or maybe he's just so happy that Olivia and Peter are together, right? Because that's what, and so maybe he's just blind to it. I don't know. I'm just kind of, I'm comparing what I've seen before versus what I'm seeing now, and it just seems a tad bit surprising that they wouldn't even have Walter pick up on certain things with her. But they did have Nina notice something. So I guess the question I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to unfold, is she going to be called out as the fake Olivia? before Olivia gets home? Or will they just have it where it's like, you know, this big drama of Olivia coming home and be like, I'm the real Olivia. And then full Olivia's like, no, I'm the real Olivia. And then, you know, it's going to be somewhat of a showdown of Olivia versus Olivia. And Walter and Peter and Astrid are like, oopsies, we didn't notice anything. I guess I'll see. Okay, all right. So there you have it. That is my reaction to episode 6 from the 3rd season Fringe. I look forward to reading your non-spoiler comments, trivia-filled comments if you got any. You know I love that stuff. And if you want access to my full reaction to this episode, uncut, unfiltered, with extra bonuses that are exclusive to club members only, details about joining my club is in the description box below for you. So until my reaction to episode 7, I'm tuning out, peacing out. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.